it turned off? Okay. Hopefully now it's fixed. Goodness. What on earth was that about? The stream just cut out whilst that was happening. But anyway, we're back at a green. You probably just saw there on your leaderboard what happened. Nassim and Oscar and Leonardo went 3 wide into turn 5. And Nassim, unfortunately, got the short end of the stick. And he's out of the race. I don't know what on earth they were thinking there. But yeah, I had no idea I wasn't streaming. Which is very weird. Nick is ghosted. He must have left the session. Hopefully he can get back in. But great start for Nepal, though. He's had some rough races in the past. And currently he's leading the way. But not by much. Only by 6/10 between himself and Danny Van Rooten as Daniel gets by Sieb. That is for third. Sieb also under pressure from Felix 1. Felix on the medium tire in this top 5. Heading up towards turn 1. Can he get around the outside of the AlphaTauri? No, not quite. He's got to defend hard, but it looks like Felix has got the move done as DRS is now enabled. Felix gets a 3-second penalty. He's on the soft tire, meanwhile, as well. Yeah, everyone else on the hards. Oscar back up to 8th place, trying to make up all the ground he lost after the incident between himself and Nassim and Leonardo. And Leonardo had to go in there for repairs for the damage on the opening laps. Yeah, so far though, top 2 are pulling away from Daniel. Daniel has not been able to catch up. 1.5 seconds separating between Van Rooten and Daniel as we now climb up the hill towards the main straightaway. Van Rooten will get DRS heading up towards turn 1. And it should be straightforward here. Get the move done. Gets it done there. Felix also overtakes Daniel for 3rd place. He's on the medium tire, so he has to get a little bit of a move on. Napol not close enough. A little bit of a weave in there I noticed there from Napol. He's also low on battery as well. I have seen that too. He's down to 21%. Leonardo sets the fastest lap, unsurprisingly. Daniel in 4th, Sieb 5th, followed by Billy, Nasecki, Oscar trying to catch up to this midfield pack. Yeah, what a big shame though for his rivals there. For Oscar's rival Nassim. Getting caught in that incident. Up towards turn 1 we go. Van Rooten still leads. Naples stay behind. Probably keen to stay behind. And try to save a bit of battery. Use him as a bit of a tow. To keep up, and not only that, save a bit of juice. Dale goes to the left-hand side. Says, I'm right here. But I'm not here to get you just quite yet. And Oscar also has caught up to the train as well. He's right behind Nasecki. Would be a really good recovery drive if he could pull it off. Yeah, he's kind of lucky that his rival Boop is not in this race. Otherwise, we probably would have had really big implications in this championship. Napoli using up the battery. I would not be doing that. I would have been playing the long game, but he decides he wants to go for it, and he's got the lead back. Sieb and Daniel side by side, heading through turn 1. McLaren and AlphaTauri heading through turns 1, 2, and 3. And the AlphaTauri gets in front. He's up to 4th place. Down the Retroposta towards the Cedar Lago. No, not close enough to do anything. Around the right-handers of 6 and 7. Now it's an 8. Then it's a 9. Love this little aerial shot looking over the racetrack here at Interlagos. Nice little overhead shot. Seeing all the cars going through the elevation changes in Interlagos. Alright, Van Root's at DRS Open. He'll go back to take the lead, and he does take the lead back. Away from Napple. He's got plenty of battery compared to the Williams. And one's still in a bit of a train here. That's being formed, of course, right behind. Pretty much from everyone down to the K2. The 2 Ferraris, though, are way far away. I just noticed, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I've noticed Nick is way far down the field as well. Down in 14 seconds behind the train. I wonder if there was an incident he got involved with that I just didn't see whilst I was off stream. I mean, could have been also involved in that incident on the first lap that I saw that the stream wasn't able to get. See, though, meanwhile, takes the position away from Felix. He's now up to 3rd place. As the Secchi gets by Billy. Billy trying to hold on as best he can on those soft tires, but I feel like at this stage now, maybe the hards are starting to reach their form a little bit. I'll be curious to know what the strategy will be for a lot of these drivers. Will they play the long game and go hard softs? Or will they do the typical strategy of hard medium? Maybe Felix 1 can pull off a medium soft strategy. He has to do a lengthy stint on the mediums though to do it. I think the best you could get out of those tires is at least 20 laps. Billy, though, he's going to have to do maybe a soft, hard strategy. Oh, it's tight action there behind. That's Billy and Oscar battling away there around Jun Sao. Yeah, Billy might be struggling a bit more here on those soft tires, and Oscar's got momentum to pass. Billy, though, has the straight line speed compared to him, but not enough braking. Not enough grip either. Oscar moves up into 7th position. Felix 1 now is right behind Daniel. Daniel closes the door. He's not close enough there, Felix, to make a move. Oh, but he makes contact on the rear of the McLaren. Nothing doing there. Round turn 7. Up towards 8. Flipping the curve there just a little bit there. Around 9. And now up towards turn 10. Yeah, so far, everyone's still in the train. Danny Van Ritsen actually has started pulling away, I have noticed, from Napple. He's starting to pull a bit of a gap. He's actually used up his battery as well. For good measure, too. And here comes Dale on Felix 1. They've got DRS. Oh, nothing there, though, for Felix to do anything. Not close enough. Oh, C now has a moment of contact there between the McLaren and the AlphaTauri. That's between Daniel and C. Daniel's going to go through, and I think Felix will do the same. Oh, that's tight. Daniel gets in front, capitalizes on Steve's mistake. Steve, oh, was looking for a move there at turn 9, but just wasn't close enough. Around the left-hander of 11, then it's a 12. Oh, as Daniel has a huge moment, went way wide, understeered and then had to correct the car in the exit. That gives now Felix a run. That also gives Steve a run as well. They're going to go 3 abreast here into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top of all this? It looks like to be the AlphaTauri, and it is. So Steve gets in front. Oh, that's so tight. Daniel has another moment there. Here comes Naseki to the right-hand side. There's his teammate behind as well. Up towards turn 4. Oh, this is tight action here. Oscar gets in front. He's ahead of Naseki. Lakito getting involved as well. Up and over the hill towards turn 6. Oh, as Lakito tries to go around the outside of turn 7. Oh, he cannot get the move done, but the action's not over yet. Plenty of racing. Great racing, though, between the pair. I will give him that. Up towards turn 10. Still side by side. Oh, there's been a contact. I think that was incidental, though. I don't think Lakita meant that. There was a bit of contact from rear left tire to front right tire. But thankfully, no incident. But great wheel-to-wheel racing there by those two. Alright, what's Felix going to do here? Will he go for the move here to turn 4? He's got DRS down the back straight. Nope. Decides he wants to stay behind. Up and over the crest. Hey, up towards turn 8. And then 9. Train's still intact though between Sieb and down to Naseki. Everyone's still within the DRS train. Van Ryn, meanwhile, has a 1.4 second margin. He hasn't necessarily pulled away. But Sieb, though, is a little bit too far away from the leaders. He's 3.2 behind Napple. And now onto the main straight. Nothing doing there. Nothing doing for Felix. He's not close enough. Through turns 1 and 2 and 3. Getting closer to the halfway mark of this race. Here at Interlagos. Felix decides to stay behind, not close enough. Also, I have seen that Billy has gone to the pits. Whilst I was watching this whole action, he's bit it onto the hard tire, so he's obviously going to go to the end on those things. See what he can come up with. What will Felix do here in this situation? Will he go for any sort of move? Will he stay behind? He's been staying behind for quite some time. He's obviously trying to save up some battery, I'm guessing, for when he pits to attempt the undercut. Alright, on to lap 14. A little bit of dust or smoke being kicked up from the cars on the right-hand side of the main straight. Yeah, nothing doing so far. Everyone's still keeping within touching distance. That's Daniel behind in the McLaren. There's his teammate behind of Oscar, who's recovered real well after the incident. He's up to 6th place after being in 10th on the first lap. But so far has not gained any further ground than that. Really kind of hard to do so when you're stuck in a DRS train. Napoli still hasn't gained any time, but Dave Van Rooten still keeping the same distance, but also saving battery. But yeah, he hasn't necessarily pulled away. But doing a great job at least to keep the Williams at bay. Oh, I think that was a moment there from Seed. That's going to open the door then for Felix to go through. And does. Felix now moves back into third. Oh, but has a correction there at the exit of turn 4. I will say I'll give a shout out to Napple though, because he has had a rough couple of weeks so far in this championship. Right now, currently sitting in P2. Hasn't got involved in anything, and yeah, no, he's been doing quite well. Yeah, the last time he had a podium is only one podium he got, and that was back in Austria where he finished in 3rd. But ever since then, it's been a rough road for the Williams driver. He has shown he's got pace, but yeah, it just doesn't have the luck come his way. Funny as I say that, he gets a 3-second penalty. I just put a bit of the commentator's curse on him. Oh, gets contact! Oh dear! Off the road goes Daniel and Sieb. They both make contact. Daniel runs straight into the back of the AlphaTauri, and through goes Oscar and Lakitu. What on earth was going on there? Guessing Daniel really misjudged the car in front of him or something as Leonardo goes in for the soft tire. What on earth was going on? Wonder if there's any sort of damage then between those two. Could be a good chance that Daniel could have sustained a bit of damage to the front wing, and probably maybe could have had some sort of rear damage. I think they both got away with it seems, so they seem to be okay. Yeah, they both go off the track, which was very interesting, and really it's just, he got pushed off the track. Oscar, meanwhile, not close enough to tap Felix into turn 4. See what the champion-elect can do here. Will he go for 3rd place right away, or will he stay behind the Alfa Romeo, who's been on those tires for 16 laps, and to his fair credit? So yeah, I'm gonna guess that Felix is committing to go long on those tires. Here he comes, there goes Oscar, he takes 3rd, and Lakita's going to follow suit into turn 1. Ooh, he has to go deep on the brakes there if he gets through ahead of Felix up into 4th place. Oscar going up to 3rd. Can Lakita get his first podium? Felix looking to the inside. The Germans are side by side, heading through turn 4. Felix gets in front. Just about. Lakia gives him a little bit of a look, but doesn't get any sort of move done. Meanwhile, the top two still been the same gap. It's still hovering about 1.5 seconds and hasn't necessarily changed. As you can see, Leonardo sets the fast lap, but Danny Van Rooten, though, is still saving that battery. Even without Napple pressuring him. He's doing quite a good job. Down the main straight. They'll close up as Naseki and Daniel go into the pits. So they're definitely going to go onto the medium tire, I would imagine, from how early they have just pitted. So it's now just a quartet of cars here in this battle for third place. And also Billy has pulled off at the undercut as well on Daniel and Naseki. Remember, he pitted way earlier compared to them. He's been on those tires for 9 laps, those hard tires. Oh, a little bit of a real lock-in, I think, there from Felix. So what does everyone else do? Do they respond to the group? They definitely will get an undercut on... Billy will get an undercut on them for sure. I think not Billy, Oscar, though, I was gonna say, is going to the pits. Napple's gone in as well. And same with Akitu. So we got 3 cars now into the pit lane. It's gonna be the medium tire on the go then for Napple. Mediums as well for both Oscar and Lakitu. And there goes Billy. And now he moves up into 4th. But will he get... Actually, he'll get in front of Napple as well. He'll just get in front. Oh, Napple. Yeah, he's not very happy. Knowing that now Billy's in front of him. And pulled off an undercut. Oh, but Billy lets him through. Oh, okay. That was just a bit of teamwork. I mean, not to mention they are a part of the same esports team from what it looks like, so. He told him, hey, can you please get out of my way? I try to pull off an undercut of this Mercedes I'm battling for the lead for. Right, so now, Billy is in 5th, Napple in 4th. Steve has yet to make a stop, and as I say that, he goes in. Felix stays out for another lap. Very interesting. Van Rooten, our race leader, is into the pits. So he's going to respond to Napple. See where they come out. Felix obviously now takes the race lead. Daniel sets the fast lap. Dave Van Rooten turn off the pit limiter, but he hasn't got the undercut done. Napple takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix, well, provisionally takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. But still, the bad news is, though, for Napple, he's got a 3-second time penalty to his name. Right, so Felix will have to come in very soon, I imagine. He definitely might be going long on those tires. As Nick goes in, that's his AI. Oh, right. I forgot he hasn't been in the session. I forgot he was ghosted. Alright, so Felix is in. He'll go on to... actually, I'm curious to know what he goes on to. Napple takes the lead back, and it's soft tires. Right, so he's going to go for a medium soft strategy. Oscar sets fast lap with a 109.7. There's his teammate behind as well. They're going to try their best to catch up to Billy, who's currently right in front of him. He also has a penalty too. I think he's got a 3-second penalty. Yeah, he does. Yeah, more importantly, they've also kind of separated a little bit from some of the drivers they were in that group with. You know, the key is now leading this little trio of cars with Niseki and Sieb. Yeah, Sieb really has had the short end of the stick. Waited out for way too long. As Billy gets overtaken by Oscar, he'll get overtaken by Daniel as well. Both McLarens are now third and fourth. That would be really good result then for both of them, with them running in third and fourth. Alright, let's see here. Napple also has been overtaken by Van Rooten actually too. I failed to notice. Not surprising, considering he's had, looks like a lot more pace. He's actually used up a lot of his battery too. But at the rate it's going, it probably will look like, if there's no safety car, that Van Rooten might win this. There's Nick, that's his AI. Having blue flags indicated to him. I think really for Napple's situation, if he wants to keep a podium, he needs to stay within the DRS range of Van Rooten, because knowing Oscar's pace, he can probably try to claw that gap in between those 3 seconds. I don't think he'll necessarily have enough pace to catch him, but I think he'll have enough pace to like try to get within that 3-second range. Sieb gets in front of Lakitu. That's for P7. And we soon might see Felix come into the mix as well in this little battle here. Let's see if overtakes Billy there. I had a really shocking camera angle there to use. Yeah, I think those tires now might not be working so well for Billy with those 14-lap-old hards. Napple's within a second still. He needs to get under that 1 second though, if he wants any sort of chance of DRS. The detection zone is at the exit of Jun Sao. I think, oh, it's close. Has he got it? No, he has not got it. I thought he would have, like, slightly got it, but he didn't. Lakitu overtakes Billy. Now that is for P6. Billy might have Niseki here coming to get him here too. Yeah, Billy's just falling back like a stone. Really struggling now with those old tires. Yeah, unfortunately not working in Billy's favor here. Meanwhile, both McLarens are just trying to stick to each other as best they can. That's Nick's AI. They're getting through that, of course. Around the left-hander of Magulio up towards turn 12 of Jun Sao. Oscar has the gap right now of 3.5 seconds. That's the margin between himself and Napple. As Felix now overtakes Billy here. Yeah, there's no more grip left, I'd say, on those tires. Yeah, 16-lap-old hards compared to younger mediums and softs. Yeah, no, it's not the way you want to go. And here comes Felix. He'll try to go for a move here on Niseki. That is for 7th place. He's got that done. Next target for him will be Lakitu. I think really, for Felix's situation, I think the best he could try to get is a top 5. If he has enough life in those tires to catch up to Sieb. Yeah, creating a little bit of a distraction there for Lakitu and for the others. Head down the main straight. Not a great exit there from Felix. He'll still have DRS though down this straight, down the main straight. Daniel still behind. 3.4 is the distance between himself and Napple. If those two McLarens get within 3 seconds, we could see a double McLaren podium. That's if. Still got a bit of racing to go. Felix still not close enough to do anything here. Towards turn 8. Deep on the brakes, but nothing doing, of course. Whoa, he is really trying to find something. Up towards turn 12. Again, deep on the brakes. Another good exit there from Lakitu, but it's not going to be enough this time. DRS enabled for the Alfa Romeo. Here he comes to the left side. Straight forward, and the overtake is done. Felix now moves up into 6th place. Lakitu down to 7th. Yeah, DRS Romeo up towards turn 4, but not close enough to get by Felix. Meanwhile, still further back, Naseki has still got Billy for company. Still trying to hang on though on those tires, in fair credit. He's been on those things for about 18 laps. I think the max you could do is, I think, 25 or 30 laps. Somewhere around there, if I remember correctly. See how the... Oh, hello. Now Steve's now into the mix. Oh, where did he come from? He's down in the mix with these McLarens. He wasn't close to these two, and now apparently he is. Meanwhile, the top two is separated by 2.1. It's been increasing a little bit here. But these three, they're going to be fighting for the podium here. Yeah, we know at this rate, Oscar's got the championship pretty much sealed. The only question is, where will he finish? Will he finish on the podium, or will it be either his teammate or Sieb? Yeah, I don't know where Sieb came from. He was like 2 seconds behind last I checked. And now he's all over them. He does have younger tires, in fairness. Not much, but I have noticed in this game, younger tires do make the difference compared to older tires. Even if it's 1 or 2 laps difference of the age. Nothing doing there, he's not close enough. Seki overtakes Billy here, that's for P8. Yeah, so it's kind of the same as it was the first hit, except now we have more groups instead of one giant group in the midfield. Billy overtakes Naseki there for P8. Still got a bit of ways to go. We haven't had a safety car yet. The only thing we had in this race was a virtual safety car, thanks to the incident we had on the first lap. But other than that, no, we have not had any safety cars or anything like that. A late race safety car that would definitely spice things up quite a bit, but honestly, I don't think I see that happening. Van Ritsen, meanwhile, has pulled more of a gap between himself and Napple. It's 2.5 seconds. At the rate he's going, yeah. He'll definitely claim another win here in F5 for Van Rooten. It will be his third of the season. He won at Portugal. He won last week in his home race at Zandvoort. He'll be looking to get victory number 3. Secchi overtakes Billy there for 8th again, as Leonardo goes back into the pits. Yeah, Leonardo just hasn't been able to recover anything after that incident on the first lap. Yeah, it's been extremely unfortunate for him. It's downhill. He had a moment there, it looked like there at around turn 9, or I think it was. It was either turn 8 or turn 9. He had a bit of a moment. Yeah, because he's lost a bit of time as well to his teammate. He'll still have DRS. That's the crucial thing. Now towards turn 1. He won't be close enough to do anything here. How about this battle for 6? We still got it between Lakitu and Felix. I'll be curious to see though how this game will be once 24 when it comes out. Earlier today they did a deep dive as well, talking about the handling model, I think it was, for 24. Judging by how it, well, I mean, I'm not going to be too optimistic because this is EA I'm talking about here, and Codemasters, but from what they've been saying that they're trying to simulate more like how it is in F1, like making like an actual simulation. You know, how tires are now a lot more crucial, how they can be affected in dirty air, how you can actually save battery by, I think, lowering the diff if I'm correct. Some key factors to it, but looks cool. I like that, but it's only a matter if they actually properly execute it, because, well, like I said, knowing Codemasters over the last couple of years, it hasn't necessarily been a success. Now has it? Billy takes the Secchi there for 8th again. They've been exchanging places for quite some time. Leonardo gets a penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, and then on Thursday, I guess they're going to do a deep dive on this overhauled career mode as the Secchi gets a penalty for multiple warnings. So now this is really an even fight there for 8th place between these two. How's Leonardo 10th behind? What? Leonardo's not 10th behind. He's got to be at least like 5-6 seconds behind. Now he is way far behind the next pair of cars. Steve gets through. He gets now ahead of one McLaren. As Lakitu now overtakes Felix 1. That is for 6. And the gap also is now under 3 seconds between Napple and Oscar. So Oscar now has the chance of getting P2 away from Napple at this rate. Felix takes back the position for 6. Yeah, and Daniel's also got, or sorry, Oscar's got play a battery to use more than Napple does. Yeah, gap right now is about 3.2 seconds. Up towards the main straights, Oscar has a bit of a moment. Steve 2 does have battery to use. He's got plenty of it actually in his back pocket. Wait. He doesn't use DRS. Wait, what? Did he have DRS enabled? I thought he would have had DRS. Okay, whatever. Well, he'll get DRS for sure now. Yeah, and because it didn't pop up the green. Oh, he just decides he doesn't want to use it. Okay. Fair enough. He's doing that strategically. He just doesn't want to open his DRS. I kept thinking that for some reason the game wasn't giving him DRS, even though he was in range. Right then, well, it's definitely going to come down to the last lap of who is going to be on the podium. Or who is going to be where on the podium, I should say. Apple's dumping out the battery as well. He's trying to build a bit of a gap here, but see, he's going to go for the overtake straight away. He's going for third and gets ahead. He's now into third place. Up towards turn, around turn 3, up towards turn 4. Oscar will have DRS. Daniel falling behind, but can't really do anything. He's not quite close enough, is Oscar. It's 2.8. It's going to be really, really close. At the rate it's going, Napple could get at least third, but he needs to make sure that these two fight each other. Whoa. 3/10 between Oscar and Steve. 2.9 between Napple and Steve. Alright, around Magulio. 2.9 seconds. It's now 3 seconds. But Steve has a lot of battery to use. Same does Oscar. Dave Van Rutsen crossing the line. He takes the flag and wins here. Napple gets second for now, but he's not going to hold it. It's going to be Steve that takes second. And Oscar claims third and also will claim the F5 Drivers' Championship. Congratulations to Oscar. What a season for him for sure. Lakita finishes 6th, Felix 7th, Billy 8th, Litseki 9th, Leonardo in 10th. And that is the end of that. It's another podium for Oscar. The most podiums out of anybody throughout this entire season. There's Van Rutsen. He'll take the top step of the podium. His third of the season here in F5. See if they'll gain another P2 finish. Or, yeah, P2 finish. This would be his third podium of the season, I think. Actually, I'll cut that up. No, it's his 5th. I take that back. But yeah, he hasn't won a race here yet. But Van Rutsen wins, claims fastest lap as well, so he gets the full complement of points. But like I said, it's not enough, unfortunately, though, for him to get anywhere close to Oscar for the championship. Steve gets second place, Oscar gets third, and also, like I said, claims the championship with just only one round to go. Napple in 4th, Daniel, Lakitu, Felix, Billy, Naseki, Leonardo, Nick, and Nassim is your only retiree of this race. Yeah, Oscar only had really one bad race, and that was Monaco. Canada, he didn't start, but other than that, he won in Australia, won at Spa, second Austria, third at France, second in Portugal, Azerbaijan, and the Netherlands, and third here today. Yeah, won the first 2 races, but has just been consistently up there throughout that entire season. I mean, hey, it's not about how many wins you get, it's about your consistency to win the championship. And Oscar, well, he did enough to do so. We'll see if we can get them in here if they want to have a bit of a chat, I guess. Oh, where are you, Danny? There you are. Alright, then we'll get Seb and we'll get Oscar. We'll save Oscar for last, though, if he wants to join us. I have invited him in previous times, but like he technically doesn't join the interviews too often. Alright, well, we'll see if he wants to join us. I'm sure he'd be over the moon, though, claiming the Drivers' Championship. For sure. Alright. Hello there, Danny, by the way.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Well, I guess we'll start off with you then. Another race win in the bag for you. Your third of the season, and yeah, you look like you were just in cruise control for the majority of that race. How was it for you?
Yeah, I messed up the quali a bit again. I invalidated my last run. It wasn't a bad lap, but also not a good lap. And then yeah, in the race was a crash, and then I pulled away with Napple. I saw he was flashing, and I was still on 70 ERS, so I decided to use him. And then I luckily got out of the ERS, so that helped me a bit. And then I saw he got a pen as well, so from that moment I had to cruise a bit. Don't get any stupid pens or don't do any stupid mistakes.
Well, you didn't necessarily do that. You were just pretty much keeping your eyes forward and pretty much didn't look back. Yeah. What? I was trying to remember. Where did you invalidate? I think it was at turn 4, wasn't it? On your final lap of qualifying.
Yeah. I messed up the entry a bit and then I got a bit wide. I lost time and I invalidated.
Yeah, but no, it was a great race for you overall. I mean, nothing much more to say other than you were just pretty much at cruise control. I mean, Napple, I guess, didn't have really any answers for you. I guess one more question is, we got Texas next week for the final race. How do you think you'll do there?
Yeah, I never done that new line, so I don't know yet.
Oh, alright. I mean, it's definitely going to be tricky, I think, for sure, knowing how it is around Kocha with no line, especially in qualifying with the sunset. So, yeah. But best of luck to you. And, well, congratulations on your race win at Brazil.
Thank you.
Yep. Alright, we'll move on to the AlphaTauri driver, Seb. Congratulations on P2. Yeah, pretty much was in that midfield battle for quite some time in that race, but in the end you got P2 out of it. How was it for you at Interlagos?
Pretty bad, to be honest. That first stint, I can't believe I made so many mistakes. I lost like 8 seconds to the top. So ideally I wanted to be there, so because at the mediums I was so quick. I was making overtake after overtake. Like that medium stint was pretty much perfect, so I liked it. But yeah, the hard stint should have been a lot better. Otherwise, it would have been for the win probably.
I did notice though, like at one point I think in the second stint, the second half of the race, you were not really close to the McLarens at one point, and then for whatever reason, you just found a bit more pace and you caught up to the pair of the McLarens. I'm guessing you saved up a bit more battery than you expected, or what was the, or what happened there? Like how did you get that pace towards the end?
I think it was just I had the ERS, to be honest. Yeah, I had like 80%, I think, and I overtook 3 cars like before I got before behind the McLarens. So I was like pretty close already, and then I just used off my pace of the mediums, which I had to close up the gap basically.
Okay, I see. But you still did enough.
Fresher tires.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did have fresher tires. I do remember now. You had like Yeah, you did have younger tires compared to the McLarens.
Yeah,
But yeah, one more question to you is that next week we go to Texas. How do you think you'll do there?
I want to win the race. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sure you're itching for it. I mean, you definitely have the pace to do it. But yeah, no, I know you haven't had a race win just yet. But hopefully for you, that would be good for your sake that you get your first win.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right,
Last win was on F122, so or PSGL. So
there you go. Well, best of luck to you then for next week.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. And we'll move on to the man that not just finished third, but also has sealed the Drivers' Championship in F5, and that is Oscar. Congratulations on your Drivers' Championship.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, probably the most consistent driver out of anybody. If you didn't, well, let's say if you didn't have the DNF in Monaco, and if you did start Canada, you honestly would have had, maybe a chance for a 100% podium record. But no, congratulations on that. How was the race for you though overall in Brazil?
Yeah, I got spun on lap 1, so down to P11. So all things considered, I'm really happy. Made the right moves, managed to catch back up to the field. The VSC helped me a bit. Probably wouldn't be here without that. Yeah, it was a stressful race though. Didn't really know what I needed to do to secure the championship, so just gave it my all and yeah, I think it worked out fine.
Yeah, I think. Well, the only thing is that Boom was the only rival at that point because he was 17 points behind you, and everyone else I think was just out of reach. But if he was there, he would have had to outscore you by 1 point in order to keep the championship alive. But yeah, what happened there? The first lap, I noticed like it was you, Nassim, and someone else that went 3 wide into turn 5. Like, I'm guessing it was just one of those first lap incidents, or what was going on there?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think someone on, I haven't looked at it, but I think someone on softer tires made it 3 wide and just ran out of room on the inside, and yeah.
Yeah, right.
It happens, but shame to be on the wrong side of it. But yeah, I made the most of it. So.
Well, still recover for a podium. That's all you could have done for, and you pulled it off for sure. But yeah, how you think you'll do for Texas? I mean, obviously you'll feel much more comfortable now that you've sealed the championship, of course.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous today, at least more than usual. So there's definitely less pressure, I think. Yeah, I haven't driven there in a while, so it'll be fun. But yeah, we'll see you next week, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been the best of the best. I mean, hell, I mean, you've, like I said, if you didn't have those 2 races where you DNF'd Monaco or Canada, like I said before, you probably would have had a chance of a 100% podium record. But yeah, because looking at your results, you had the first 2 races you won, and then most of the races you had were like 2nd and 3rd after that. Yeah, you were just pretty much the cream of the crop for just consistency. But no, congratulations though on your championship, and wish you the best for next week too. Whatever you decide to do, of course.
Yeah, thanks.
And yeah, well, with that, that's pretty much it for Brazil. Not a bad race. Wish it was a bit bigger field, but it's okay. That's all we had to work for. But anyway, we got one more race to go, and that is still in the America side of things here in the PSGL calendar. But until then, I have been K1997. Thank you very much, and we will see you in Austin, Texas at the Circuit of the Americas for the United States Grand Prix. So take care and goodbye.